trailers and buckets to get their free taters. And it looks like this summer could be another sizzler. The inland Northwest has a greater than 50% chance for a hotter than average summer. That from the Heat Risk Index, which assigns a heat wave level on a scale from 1 to 4. The higher the number, the more dangerous the heat. Heat risk has hit level 4 each of the last 3 summers in the inland Northwest. For KCHW 102.7, I'm Chuck Ritchie.
It's 7:18.
Programming made possible by donations from the following.
New Health. If you're ready to make a real difference in the lives of others, then you're invited to dive into a rewarding career at New Health. They're searching for passionate individuals to join their diverse healthcare team. New Health offers medical, dental, behavioral health, and pharmacy services to meet the needs of our communities. They're searching for passionate individuals to join their diverse healthcare team. You can be a part of a supportive and collaborative team who share a passion for making a positive impact. More information on open positions and applications can be found at newhealth.org/careers. New Health, bringing healthcare into communities and communities into healthcare since 1978.
KCHW thanks New Health for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Fired Up Pizza. Fired Up Pizza, located at 206 East Main Avenue in downtown Chewelah, offers craft beverages and brick oven-fired pizza, including a variety of sandwiches, salads, pasta, and homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW Morning Show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Good morning. I need to turn my microphone up. It is the KCHW Morning Show. It is Friday with Scott and Chuck. I wasn't sure if you're going to play a sound effect or something in the beginning of this.
I kind of do that on Thursdays, but I didn't want to throw you. I didn't want to throw you off. But you know what's funny is we always limp when we start the show.
Always.
In some way, there's something going on.
Right?
Oh, people are testy on a Friday too. I wouldn't
Wow.
do that.
Man, we got a tough audience.
Yeah. I bet you're kind of getting frantic. You've got another round of tryouts tomorrow at the KCHW studios.
We do. Yeah, it's starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. We have a few people signed up already. If you want to come and audition, we'll have those forms available. Just come and show up, and we'll get those get you signed in.
And I noticed somebody on Facebook was asking about tickets. And it was late last night, so I didn't respond. You know, I'm 3 hours ahead. I didn't want to wake anybody up. But they were asking where the show is going to be. And I just wanted to reiterate, the show will be on the 11th, and it's at the Chewelah Center for the Arts. And you can get tickets online right now at kchw.org.
Mm-hmm. And we'll get those tickets, physical tickets, available next week out in all the stores and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, the usual
nice.
the usual
Make it even
locations.
easier. Yeah. All right. Up and broadcasting this morning. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and the website at kchw.org. If you go there, there's a little TV on the left, and you click it. It'll take you to the Listen and Watch page, and you can catch audio there, even on a smartphone, without having a special app, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And, of course, whenever we're live on the morning show or a special interview, we've got a video feed. Years ago, we used to be able to broadcast that video 24/7 so you can watch the DJs in the studio, but they got kind of testy about the royalties. Wanted to double up on people. I mean, I went so far as to go to YouTube and say, hey, look, I can provide proof that we pay our music royalties. Can we stream? And they said, we don't have anything in our platform to do that, and verifying it for millions and millions of people would be too difficult. So I kind of get it, but at the same time, we paid that money. We should be able to broadcast our music wherever we want.
You'd think.
You'd think.
You know, I wonder also on the website, we've got the new software that tells you the song that's playing on the air. I wonder what it does when we're on.
It just goes blank. I've seen
Okay.
it on the reports. It doesn't log it as music. It's a sensor that can tell what you're playing. The nice feature on that, if you actually go, we have a player on the homepage just to make it easy, but there's a player on the listen page, and that player below it, you get the last 5, the current song playing, plus the 4 before it. So we get people that call in and say, what was that song at 3:15? You know, if you go to the website right after you hear a song you like, you're able to see what it was. You know, I could have put a thing in there where you could then click on that song and purchase it, but I rather than promote that kind of I guess sales that we make nothing off of.
Right.
I just decided if you really want that song, if you're on our website, you could probably search it yourself.
Just Google it. Just Google
Just
it.
Google it. Just
That's
Google it.
that's my wife's
Do that
favorite thing. I ask her a question. She's like, "Would you just Google it?" I don't know.
But I thought you knew everything, honey.
I know, right? That's why I asked
Right.
you. Yeah,
Get yourself in trouble.
I know. I always do.
All right. Let's do a little weekend weather today as we work that way. 62 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, chance of a rain shower at 20%. Partly cloudy tonight, down to 43. Rain percentage still at 20% for us. For Saturday, afternoon showers, daytime high of 62, overnight low of 40, and a 30% chance of rain. So any rain you're getting going to be pretty light, shouldn't be a huge downpour. 60 and 41 for Sunday with clouds and just a 15% chance of rain. And then the rain is going to return on Monday. Bring with it some thunderstorms. 53 and 33 for the high and low with a 50% chance of rain.
You know, I like when you go further into next week, we start getting those nighttime temperatures up in the mid 40s, which is going to be nice.
Oh, I know. Tonight here in Maine, we've had kind of another cold snap. I think last night was down to 20.
Wow.
And tonight's down to 26. And then looking at our 10-day forecast, I don't see another night below freezing. I planted a bunch of flowers in baskets, and I keep taking the baskets in every night and taking them back out every morning. It's really ridiculous. So I'll be happy when that's over with. Chuck, do you have breakfast and lunch open? If not, I can do it.
I do. So today we have a variety of cereal bars for breakfast, yummy yogurts, fresh fruit juice, and your choice of milk with your breakfast. Weren't you saying yesterday they're going to start getting rid of the chocolate milk? Is that what you were saying?
That was a thing I read online. At least they were saying drinks with a high sugar content. So
Gotcha.
So maybe they'll have like no sugar added chocolate milk that'll come out because of these kind of pushes. That'd be nice.
Maybe. And then for lunch, we have a chicken in a bun, French fries. Sorry, French fries. It says a variety of French fries. I guess there's multiple that you can choose from.
Ooh, maybe there's curly and sweet potato and.
I like a good curly fry. And then fresh veggies, fresh fruit, pudding, and your choice of milk. You know what I really like are those little the crinkly ones when they're cooked just right and they have the nice crunch and lots of salt on them.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
Those are good. I'll be back.
Right.
I'm gonna get some French fries.
Okay. Real quick for tomorrow morning, you got a Gold Hill Trail work party up at the new trail. That goes from 9 to 4. Let's see. They've got a spring food drive going on at 49 degrees north. There's a Colville Valley Animal Sanctuary vaccination clinic between 9:30 and 1. That's a little bit longer than normal. There's tryouts at the KCHW studios. Don't get confused. The show's at the Center for the Arts. Tryouts are at the radio station. It's 214 East Clay. Did you ever figure out the doors from the Clay side, or do they still need to enter through the alley?
They're still going to be entering through the alley. We're probably not going to have, hopefully we'll have more people than I'm expecting tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to be a lot of traffic to have to worry about. So.
All right. So it's 214 East Clay, but the radio station actually is on the back side of the building and faces the alley. Our door is just slightly kitty corner from Sporty's. So, yeah, get on in there and show us what you got. You know, maybe your talent's juggling.
Ooh, I'd like to see that.
Yeah. We don't care what your talent is. If you've got a talent, we want to see it, and it could put some cold, hard cash in your pocket.
Yes. Yeah, we got a pretty good amount of prize money this year. We got $1,300 to split between the winners, which is kind of nice so far. We also I would love to see, like you said, jugglers, circus acts. I've been talking every day. I want to see a magician here, Scott. If you're a magician, please come tomorrow. Anything, speed painting. If you do cattle roping I want to see it. I want to see all the different varieties of talent.
All right. So now Joe Wilzinski had a skit one time, and it was a skit where he was a magician doing really bad tricks. And if we don't get a real musician, at some point, we could end up with Joel Wilzinski on stage doing fake magic tricks.
He might, but he is one of the judges for the show.
That won't stop him.
Nothing stops Joe. We do have a pretty awesome lineup for judges. I'm pretty exciting. We have Joe Wilzinski's going to be a judge. Melissa and Clint Keary are going to be judges. They are, if you've never seen them in a show or seen them on stage together, they are hilarious. Yes, they really
them do some kind of entertainment skit. Really,
I know, right? I know, right? Yeah. Well, the problem is when we need those, they're going to be back conferring on the judgment. So there's that. And we have a special celebrity guest judge. That's what I'm going to call him. Our 2019 Cheweela's Got Talent winner, Tristan Saylor, is going to be our fourth judge, joining us for the main show.
Nice.
So very exciting stuff, yeah.
I think it was Cheweela's Got Talent, too. It was back when Gene Jones was my co-host. And we decided to play, and we had to make her tall. So we decided to do a skit in the middle of the show, Sonny and Cher. And I got you, babe. But we rewrote the words to slam each other. And then we were both short, so Jean stood on a box so she would be like, a foot taller than me, like Sonny and Cher. And we sang this song, and I can't carry a tune for nothing. That's why I was a disc jockey for years. And the skit we were going to do was we had Joe with a cue card for the audience to boo us. But apparently they liked the lyrics that we rewrote for the song because no one would boo us.
Aww.
And Joe's up there with the sign that says boo, but nobody would do it. And I was like, the audience thought they were being nice to me and Gene, but actually they ruined the bit.
We can't boo, Scott. That'd be mean.
Yeah, I know. It's like, come on, boo me. Have you heard the show? I'd like to be picked on.
I'd do it, Scott.
You'd do it. I know you booed me before.
Boo.
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 Boo. All right. All right, we got that covered. Show up for tryouts tomorrow at 10, KCHW Studios, 214 East Clay. If you need to get in touch with Chuck for something, you can call him at 509-935-6627. Send a message through Facebook. There you go. I will leave that alone. And before we find out what Chuck was thinking about in the shower this morning, just a few news headlines. Did you know that was stuck on you today?
I did. And I prepared these, Scott, myself.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
First, what you need to know, it was a big day in court yesterday for former President Donald Trump. The Supreme Court heard arguments over his presidential immunity claims and hush money trial that continued in New York. That trial, National Enquirer publisher David Pecker resumed testimony in the case over alleged falsified business records detailing hush money payments, negotiations with Stormy Daniels and others. Immunity arguments. Lawyers for Trump and special counsel Jack Smith argued whether Trump had absolute immunity for his actions as president. Trump's lawyer conceded that some of Trump's actions were private. They never ruled on nothing, Yeah. There's a certain amount of justices that will drag this out as long as humanly possible, and I believe it's in order to benefit the former president, because we do have a very right-leaning, as we know from some of their rulings lately. Feels like we're going back into the dark ages. To me, we're going backwards instead of being progressive, and I think everything in our society progresses. I think we have to be progressive to go along with it, just like AI, climate change. We can't stop these things. We got to work with them, and I see our Supreme Court as stifling that for our country, and that's a scary thing to me.
Well, the thing that scares me, they say change is the only change is the only constant, and when people try to stop change, it just throws a wrench in the works, and things happen. America gets left behind, the rest of the world, as they advance forward, and we try not to. Rural areas, that sort of thing. It's kind of just overall, it's kind of difficult when you got people trying to stifle the works, and everything else is moving forward without you.
You just like Roe versus Wade getting reversed. We are traveling backwards, and I don't think it's a good thing. Yep. The justices were split after nearly 3 hours. The court's conservative majority appeared to believe that the former president does have some degree of immunity. Justices are likely to send the case back to the lower court to sort it out and cause even longer court case delays. And that could be the secret agenda. On to sports. Chicago Bears picked Caleb Williams, 2022 Heisman Trophy winner, as the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. Williams has the potential to be the Bears' best quarterback in decades. That'll be cool. It's going to be fun to once again say, look, the Bears.
They might actually win something this year. Nah.
New York's Court of Appeals overturned Harvey Weinstein's 2020 rape conviction after it found the trial judge unfairly admitted testimony. He'll remain in prison, though. Woo!
Good.
I'm scared about that. I don't want that guy out. He'll remain in prison as he awaits a retrial due to a 2022 conviction in L.A. Ooh, see, twice.
Well, I guess there were so many victims, and they were all just so ready to step forward. I think they kind of got caught up in the moment and just started letting everyone testify, even the people that weren't part of the case.
Yeah.
Which sucks that there's extra people coming forward that he's done this to that actually were the cause of overturning this case. Which is scary, but you got to follow the rules.
All right, over 500, I think, demonstrators at various colleges around the U.S. It's campus unrest. University of South Carolina is canceling its graduation ceremony as hundreds of protesters against Israel's war in Gaza have been arrested across the country. Other colleges are stopping speeches because they're afraid of what, like the valedictorian might say. All right. All right. Severe weather projected to bring potentially dangerous wind, tornadoes, hail, flash flooding across much of the central U.S. today through the weekend. And FCC voted to restore net neutrality, a policy that has served as a political battleground for former presidents, which requires broadband internet providers to treat all internet traffic equally the way it should be. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, tennis. The tennis drama Challengers now in theaters today. We'll talk about movies more later. Thank You, Good Night, the Bon Jovi story, a 4-part docuseries about the legendary band, premiered on Hulu last night. Rounds 2 and 3 of the NFL Draft air tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern on ABC and ESPN. In baseball, the Cubs play the Red Sox for the first time this season at 7:10 p.m. Eastern on Fubo. In the NBA playoffs, the Clippers face the Mavericks at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Series is tied 1-1. And just a couple left. All right. This could be kind of fun stuff. Boeing and NASA decided to move forward with historic crewed launch of a new spacecraft. And I'm saying crewed as in people on board, not that it's poorly made. It's a crewed spacecraft. It's just a can.
Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we put them in there, and then we weld it shut, and we figure there's like 18 hours of air.
Made by the same people that made that submarine.
Oh!
Too soon.
I think by that story, anytime you're going to make a joke about that story, it's going to go flat.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, wow.
Wow, Scott.
Wow. But the hate me, I see I one-upped you, didn't I?
Boo to you, sir. Boo to you.
Rookie. He's such a rookie.
Wow. You've been waiting. You've been waiting to use that one, haven't you?
No, it just popped into my head. See what you do? You see what you do? Yeah. 2 of them there are. Master and an apprentice.
Wow. Yes.
Have it ready. All right, but it's kind of exciting. After years of delays and dizzying array of setbacks during test flights, Boeing's Starliner spacecraft, which looks pretty cool, is finally set to make its inaugural crewed launch. The mission is on track to take off from Florida as soon as May 6th, carrying NASA astronauts Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore. What's your name? Butch.
Butch Wilmore. That's like the most astronaut name since Buzz Aldrin.
Yes.
He's going to do great things with a name like that.
This lift, he's going to do great things, you think?
Yeah.
His name's Butch.
Oh, yeah.
They are going to the International Space Station. So the Starliner not only going to do like a historic first crewed launch, it's going to like dock with our space station, which sounds very Star Trek-y.
It really does. Starliner. That sounds luxurious.
Yeah.
Like a cruise ship.
All right. I got a kind of an investment opportunity, Chuck. It won't bring any profits. It's just for fun.
That's like most of my investment opportunities.
Kind of looks like a Chihuahua. Would you buy a Chihuahua for $10,000?
No, I would not, sir.
Would you buy a Chihuahua that shoots flames for $10,000?
Absolutely.
Exactly my point. New robot dog might make you run for the hills regardless of whether you're an animal lover or not. Looks like a really tall Chihuahua. Ohio-based company Throw Flames selling the non-cuddly canines, which can shoot fire up to around 9 meters away. Price tag $9,420. Video showed online that the device called Therminator can jump and operate in a dark environment, also equipped with a torchlight. But when you got 9 feet of flames, who needs a light?
Right? I'd be worried about that thing, like seeing a mouse or something in the middle of my house and try to torch it and burn the house down.
That's in odd news later today, by the way.
Wow. Okay.
Just saying.
Good.
All right. The firm touted the fire-spewing robot as a tool to help remove snow and ice. Wouldn't you be jealous?
Yeah.
You're out there with your snowblower and your neighbor's out there with its dog melting it away.
A cup of coffee. Dog on a leash. Good boy.
Yeah. You'll be surprised where the flames come from.
Oh, it's similar to my Chihuahua.
Oh, another one. Wow. I'm not even going to be a round of applause for that.
Yeah.
Firm has touted the fire-spewing robot to remove snow and ice. Some of the other uses mentioned include wildfire and agricultural management, and, of course, entertainment. 1 hour battery life. Laser sighting to help shoot fire on target.
Wow.
Users can connect it to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth to control it using their phone.
I see a lot of bad stuff happening with this thing.
Yes. So next time your neighbor's playing the music too loud, you can turn that down, or my dog can come over and melt your stereo with its fire pee.
Wow.
All right. Surprisingly, the Therminator, get this, Chuck, legal in 48 states.
Wow. Which 2 is it illegal? Does it say?
Let's see if we can find out. In California, the Robo Dog needs to be fitted with a smaller nozzle that reduces its range to 10 feet. Website says it adds that. In Maryland, buyers need to hold a Type 9, 10, or 11 federal firearms license in order to possess a Therminator legally. Website doesn't state if there are any age restrictions. Merry Christmas, son. No, you can't take your dog to school. All right.
Wow.
It's Unitree's. Let's see. The RoboDog looks similar to Unitree's 4-legged models, Go 1 and Go 2, but unclear who manufactures the. Oh, I got to do my voice thing for this. The Terminator.
The Terminator.
The Terminator. All right. You know, I like other people's dogs, but I'd get one of those for me.
Yeah.
Let's see. On to bits and breaks this morning. It's the tweet of the week to start things off, and I'm going to deliver this before Amazon Prime Now, this is totally me, okay?
Okay,
You ready,
okay,
Chuck?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm
All
ready.
right. Before Amazon Prime, I was like, wow, they said 8 to 10 days, and my package came in 8. How nice. After Amazon Prime, if I don't get these cat coasters within 24 hours, I'm going to kill myself. I want those cat coasters now.
Hey, I ordered stuff to make new cables here in the studio and on Monday, and it's here already. Ooh.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
Not the cables, but the pieces, the boring parts.
So Val's in Deer Park, and I guess since you have that shipping center in Spokane, she gets stuff next day.
Yeah.
Next day. Like it used to be, like in 2 days when you got it, you'd be all excited. But she gets it next day, and I sent her a birthday present, and I was late shopping, but I figured she was close. I think I bought the birthday present on Wednesday, and it said it'd be there on Friday, so I figured cool. Then it said there'd be on Saturday, and I thought, oh, it's lost. Then it said it would be there on Sunday, and I thought, yeah, it's definitely lost. They don't deliver on Sunday. Then about 8 o'clock, I get a text. It says 8 o'clock your time, by the way. I get a text that says a driver is coming your way. Can you? And it doesn't say it's from Amazon, right?
Right.
It's a driver coming your way. Can you put in any dogs or animals you have outside and turn on a light because it's dark? And I went, whoa, that's creepy.
We're coming to your house.
Yeah, so I call my sister and I tell her about it, or I text her, and she says, yeah, they don't deliver on Sundays, and I've never seen one out after 8 o'clock, because now it's pushing 8:30, 9 o'clock. Around 9 o'clock, she texts me and says, you won't guess who's here.
That's crazy.
They delivered her, and her birthday was Sunday, so they delivered her. It was like they knew. They delivered her birthday 9 o'clock on Sunday night.
That's pretty incredible. And
is.
this factory or the shipping place opened up in Spokane. It was like a year and a half before I ever actually got anything that came from that
particular warehouse.
particular thing. And if you really want a nostalgic experience, order something from Temu, because they have like the 3 to 5 week waiting period, like you used to get when you ordered from the catalogs when you were a kid. You never know when it's going to come, and by the time it comes, the package shows up, and it's a surprise because it's been so long you forgot you ordered anything. Like, oh, wow, what's this? Oh yeah, and then you open the package up and you have no idea what's in there because it's all just a bunch of cheap stuff anyway. So,
all right, looks like Catherine from the Chihuahua Center for the Arts sent us some love.
Oh, you did?
Thank you. On Facebook, she sent us some love. Thank you, Catherine.
That is a different Catherine, but thank you, Catherine. That's
all right. We don't care. We just want the love,
right? Love is love.
Love is love, and love reminds me of this one song.
I was born to love you. I was born to lick your face. I was born to rub you, but you were born to rub me first.
Wow.
I sing that to dates, and they totally run.
And they don't call you back?
No.
Oh, that's weird.
You're born to rub me first.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's weird. All right, something else just as weird. It's what Chuck thought about in the shower this morning. Yay, Chuck!
Yeah.
So glad you had a bath.
I took a long one this morning. I had some thoughts in my head and couldn't get them out, so I decided to write them down and bring them to the show today, Scott.
Excellent.
So, yeah. Thank you for this opportunity to voice my opinions.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, you're welcome. Sure. I'm happy to share.
So cats and dogs, they have to endure their owners constantly talking, arguing, crying, whatever, with no breaks. Yet humans will do whatever it takes to get their cat or dog to be quiet after just a few barks or meows.
Oh, so not
Poor
fair.
dogs. They don't get to tell us to go outside. Leave them alone.
Get out.
Leave them alone. They're trying to sleep.
It's the difference between cats and dogs. When you mess with a cat, they'll actually look at you and sigh.
Right?
I irritate my cat all the time. She just looks at me and goes, and then literally turns away from me and lays back down.
Yeah, speaking of little Chihuahua mixes, we have one of those. He's about 14 years old, and he's set in his ways, and when he wants to be petted, he lets you know, and when he doesn't want to be messed with, he lets you know. And he makes the weirdest, most god-awful sounds when he doesn't want to be messed with. Yeah, it's bizarre.
Get away from me.
Yeah. So, Scott, losing a tooth at 7 is way more exciting than losing a tooth at 30.
Or 58.
Yeah. And you know what? The tooth fairy doesn't come when you get old enough. In fact, it actually costs you money.
Yeah.
The same way as having kids that lose teeth.
I always ask when I lose that tooth, I say, what else is going to fall out?
For me, it was my hair. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Early on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
You really find out who your friends are on moving day. Hey, you have a truck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about that. It's weird that underneath is a word, but underbove is not.
Overbove.
Overbove. Oh, I said, overbove. Sorry. Gosh,
Sorry.
ruined that one.
Sorry.
Overbove. Yep, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, overbove. That should be a word. I guess it's on top of, or I don't know.
Underneath, overbove.
Yeah.
Over above your head. Huh.
I like that. I'm just gonna start using it.
Yeah.
That's a great thing about language, Scott, is it can evolve with us as we need it.
Woo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so she sells seashells by the seashore is a good tongue twister, but a horrible business idea.
Hey, show that off again. I want you to say that again.
She sells seashells by the seashore?
Good job.
Oh, thank you.
All right. It's a horrible business idea.
It really is. It really, don't go to where they are and sell them. Although
Okay.
I think one exception to that, we were at. You ever been to the Cadillac Ranch in Texas? You know where the cars are buried in the dirt and that people spray paint them.
It's a different Cadillac Ranch than I was thinking about.
Oh no.
Okay. So my first answer was no, but now can I change it?
Yes, you can. This
Okay.
is the art
Want to?
installation with the Cadillacs that are buried half in the ground and sticking up.
Okay.
So,
I get it.
so those have been spray painted so many times over the years. There's like a thick, 1 to 2 inch, sometimes 3 inch layer of spray paint all over those cars. And a couple times we're there. There's a gentleman that sets up shop there, and he carves out sections of that spray paint. It gets rock hard, and he right there on site will shave it down, shape it, chisel it, carve it, and sand and polish it and create jewelry or trinkets or souvenirs with that spray paint, and they're gorgeous. And he sells, it's the equivalent of selling seashells by the seashore. Yeah.
But he's selling paint at the Cadillac Ranch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from the Cadillacs. It's actually pretty cool. It's pretty genius.
Sounds like
All right. So the next one here, the generation that wanted to ban Harry Potter is mad that their children are getting offended by everything.
Weren't you offended by Harry Potter?
I was not. Well, I'm offended by the author, but not the show. All right. Lions are the king of the jungle, even though they live in a savanna.
Hey. That's an excellent point. All right.
They don't live in the jungle.
Last thing.
Playing Tetris is great training for stacking the dishwasher.
It's true.
It is true.
My kid's horrible at it.
Most kids are. You know what they do is they take the biggest dishes possible and they make them take up as much room, and they say, "See, I'm done." They'll put 4 things in the dishwasher. All done. Yeah.
She acts like my dishes have COVID and she has to keep them all 6 inches apart. Sorry, Sammy. But she's the world's best cook, so there you go.
Oh, good. Meanwhile, I'm over there trying to get as many dishes as I can possibly fit in that thing. Like it's a challenge.
Yeah, and if I have some things that are oddly spaced or weirdly shaped, I'll put things on top of them that I think will get clean, and they usually do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that thing's packed like I'm going to Texas to the Cadillac Ranch.
There you go. I have spent more time loading the dishwasher than I think it takes for the dishwasher to run, just to get everything in there that I possibly can.
That sounds just like me. We should have a competition.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've tried teaching
Lots
the
of
kids,
people
but they don't care.
Okay.
They're like, "Dad, you know you can just run it again a second time, right?"
Yeah. That wastes water. That wastes water, and we're dads.
Yeah, what fun is that?
Yeah. I'm going to be gone, and you might need more water, and then we used it all up. Come on.
And then where are we going to be?
That's right. I'm conserving for your future.
Right.
All right. All right, 4. Thank you, Chuck. That was awesome what Chuck thinks about in the shower.
You're welcome.
All right. 4 things you didn't know yesterday. There are 6 billion ATM transactions each year in the U.S. That seems a little light. I don't know. All right. More germs are transferred shaking hands than kissing, so we should be like the French.
I could see that. I like the greeting an old friend with a hug and a kiss on the cheek. I think that should be more common. I mean, I don't do it because people back away like, what are you doing? But I would like to see that.
Exactly. It's exactly why I'm not visiting Chuila anymore.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Did Chuck just kiss him? I think he did.
Drop by the KCH Studios, get a kiss from Chuck. Cost you $5.
Stop by, and if you make a donation, he won't kiss you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. Concrete is most widely used man-made building material in the world, with more than 10 billion tons produced annually. That's right. Our planet's going to sink.
We'll fall out of orbit.
Right. And there's no reasoning for this. I would like to know why. Maybe it's because you calm down a little bit. More babies are born at night than in the day. I know both mine were born at night. So
and I don't know how I know this. I was born at 6 a.m. That's somewhere in between night and day?
Yeah, that's nighttime for you, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe not before the morning show. I know you were a night owl.
I was. That was definitely closer to the time I went to bed than the time I got up.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you have something else to say?
No, that's
okay,
good. I'm
okay.
good.
Oh, no. Yeah. So I've got some things here. This, a survey about why we're late for work, Scott.
And it's Friday. You probably want to be late for work, right?
I know it is Friday. I was running a little late this morning myself, but we got it done on time. So this was a survey done by careerbuilder.com. It found that just one in 10 workers, 13%, say they arrive late to work at least once a week, and 24% say they arrive late at least once a month. 1 in 5 admit to making up fake excuses to explain their tardiness. I've never made a fake excuse to explain why I was late, Scott.
Just own it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I'll make fake excuses because the real ones aren't believable. So
you never faked one with me when you first started and you would you were on the morning show on Thursdays and sometimes you just wouldn't be there. You'd be like, yeah, I forgot to set my alarm. Yeah, I shut my alarm off. Yeah, I slept through my alarm.
All the time. One time my phone updated overnight and didn't turn back on.
That was the most unbelievable one. Never seen it happen before. Still don't believe that one. I think that was the first time you tried lying to me.
No, that one was actually true. That one was true. So not surprising though, Monday, the most popular day for being late to work. Yep. So hiring managers gave these examples of the most unusual excuses their employees offered for arriving late for work. This one person said, "I dreamed that I was fired, so I didn't bother to get out of bed." I've had those dreams that you wake up and you think they're real, so I can see that.
Best dream ever.
I think you've actually used this one before, Scott. I had to take my cat to the dentist. But you know what? Cat or pet animal or pet medical pets and kids, when it comes to medical, no employer is going to argue with that.
That's true.
I'm just saying. I went all the way to the office and realized I was still in my PJs and had to go home and change.
Could be possible.
I can see that. I couldn't find the right tie, and I had to wait for the stores to open so I could buy one.
Oh, boo!
That one is a lame excuse.
That's not
lame. My son tried to flush our ferret down the toilet, and I needed to tend to the ferret. Again, you can't argue with a pet. This next one is so absurd that you'd have to believe it. I ran over a goat. Wow. I bet the goat wasn't laughing, Scott. Insensitive much. This one, I stopped for a bagel sandwich. The store was robbed, and the police required everyone to stay for questioning.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You could get a note.
Right? Get a note from the cops.
I showed up late. For an employee meeting when I worked at KXLY, and I literally got a speeding ticket. And I walked in, and the boss looked at me and goes, "You're really late." And I held up the pink ticket and said, "Yeah, but I got a written excuse."
My wife has been taking some classes, and it was a few weeks ago. She had in her bag, she had like some wrapped candies. And one of them fell like between it was like in a 3-ring binder, and one of the pieces of candy had fallen down those rings in the binder. And the dog got into her bag and absolutely shredded her homework. And when it
For
came,
real.
yeah, and when it came time to explain to this class she was in why she didn't have her homework ready, she made up a fake excuse because the legitimate excuse was her dog ate her homework.
It wasn't gonna fly.
No, no. And this was just recently. Yeah. Last one here. Oh, this one's legitimate. A bee flew in my car and attacked me, and I had to pull over.
Hmm?
I think we've all been there. Yeah.
Yes, I actually know someone was stung in the eye while driving and rolled their car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I know somebody who did that with a lit cigarette. They
We put this out.
well, not in their eye, but they tried to flick the butt out of the window, and the wind blew it back in, and it went behind their back, and it was burning them. And they were trying to get the cigarette out from behind their back, and got in a car accident.
Well, that's kind of seems deserved. It's like, hey, buddy, that was a bad move. Forest fire's on you now.
Right. Yeah. Don't flick your cigarette butts out the window.
Yeah. No.
Last one here. I wet my pants and went home to change.
Well, you don't see that every day.
That's when you make up the fake excuse to not tell them that that's what actually happened.
All right, Chuck, you're pretty clever. I want to see if you can one up these. Okay.
Okay.
At least when I'm done, at least have one that one ups them all. World Wide Web is going to turn 31, and it could be very well have been called the Galactic Network, which I think is much cooler.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Yeah. If you ask the internet today what to rename the World Wide Web, they would suggest at least some of the following. First one, obvious, The Matrix. Okay. All right. Land of cat videos.
That's what it is.
Those people that named the snowplow want to call it Worldwide McWebface.
Yeah. Searchy McSearchface. Yeah.
Yeah. Global Giggle Grid. Sometimes not so much, though.
Sometimes not so funny. Yeah.
My personal favorite, the Cyber Circus.
Yes.
And we're the animals.
Yeah. Or just call it the clown show.
There you go.
Just simple.
Is that your entry, clown show?
Yeah, clown show.
The Worldwide Clown Show.
Yeah. Or Searchy McSearchface, but I kind of borrowed that one.
All right. Vice.com asked people what advice they would give their younger selves in 6 words, and here's Chuck Ritchie to demonstrate.
Yeah, so this first one here makes a lot of sense. Don't go to college for the tuba. Again, this is
I know somebody who worked as a tuba buffer for 25 years.
Wow.
Yes. Assembly line. When the tuba came to him, that was his job for 25 years. He buffed them.
What do you do for a living? I'm a tuba buffer. You're a what?
Tuba buffer.
Yeah, I buff tubas. It's one of those things, though. You never know. It's a niche market. You might find your place. There's not a lot of tuba players in the world. There's that. That unicycle is a bad investment. I'm gonna disagree. A unicycle, never a bad investment.
You sure?
So,
what if you got like a balance problem like me?
Well, then it's probably a bad investment. All right. Drink less. This is definitely good advice to give yourself when you're younger. Drink less alcohol, love yourself better. And that's not even a funny one. That's just true. Yeah.
And why is it when you tell someone that you care about that they're drinking too much, they always get angry?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't tell them when they're drunk.
No.
No.
So like telling somebody that's had too much to drink, you should really slow down. Have a glass of water. No, yeah, it's not a bad idea. That's not a good idea. Don't wear a shark tooth necklace.
But dude, I'm a surfer.
Yep. Ooh, and this one, stop looking at your dang phone.
How dare you?
That's advice I need to tell myself now. I'm just saying. Dump the loser, focus on school. Yeah. Teenagers, they'll
Tell that to both my daughters.
Right?
Wow. It's true.
Yeah, well, my stepdaughter had one of those for sure. At least she recognizes it now. Does the
my
whole,
daughter actually did dump them and focus on school. It was amazing.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so stop putting what? Stop putting sugar in your ketchup.
Is that a thing?
That is gross. Like ketchup doesn't already have enough sugar in it. Yeah.
I like it extra sugary.
That actually sent a bad shiver down my spine. The next one here, practice making eye contact with people.
Maybe.
Maybe. I had teachers. I was one. I could when I was a kid. I had a hard time with that. I would never make eye contact with people when I was speaking with them. I always looked at their mouths when they were talking for some reason. And I remember multiple teachers got on me for that. Like, you really need to look people in the eye when you're talking with them because it's weird, kid. You're weird. Yeah. Failure and criticism are good things to a degree.
Okay.
To a degree.
Yeah. Could be character building. All right.
And this one, you can take it from my cold, dead hands still at this age. Don't eat so much ranch dressing.
Don't touch that bottle.
I get I like to dip my pizza in ranch dressing, and that grosses a lot of people out. So, or sometimes salad dressing. Stop blaming your parents for everything.
That's such an excuse to have bad behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I call that Oprahing.
Oprahing.
There's so many people that go on her show, and this horrible thing happened to me, and it's their fault.
Well, I think you realize as you grow older, become a parent yourself, especially as your kids become dysfunctional adults themselves, none of us know what we're doing. We're just winging it. We're making it up. There's no guide. Well, there are a few guides, but they're all wrong.
But Dad, why didn't you read a book? 'Cause I was busy.
Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to Mama.
Yeah.
Unless your mama left. Okay, sorry.
I have a life too, kid. Yeah.
Horrible.
Forgive without needing an apology first.
Oh,
that's a good one. Take good care of your teeth. Okay. And this one, I mean, just generally, don't smoke cigarettes. It's an expensive, dirty habit. Yeah. And this next one, this is one I had to give myself as a child because this happened quite a bit before I even started turning 18. You're going bald. Just accept it.
All right. Are you okay with it now?
Yeah, I've always been okay with it. It's never really bothered me.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
No, I was one of those kids with a receding hairline in my high school senior photos.
Oh, I'm sorry. That would have to be tough. I have had somebody in my life that always, covered their bald head. Had always had to be covered.
Mm-hmm.
And I was making fun of him and said, if that happened to me, I would just own it. I mean, look at Patrick Stewart and some of the famous bald people. If that happened to me, I would just own it. After I cried for 2 weeks straight.
Well, I do wear a hat now mostly, but mostly it's because my head gets cold all the time if I don't wear a hat. It gets burnt in the summer and cold in the winter, so I wear a hat.
It's an interesting problem to have.
Yeah. I don't. It doesn't bother me that I'm bald. I don't care if people know it. I'm not trying to hide it. I just I like wearing a hat. There's that.
All right. All right. So that was advice from Chuck, a big long one of advice for your younger self in 6 words. And then we're going to follow that up with a few pieces of advice to be passed on to your daughters. Both me and Chuck have daughters.
Yeah.
Don't imagine you can change a man unless he's in diapers.
Some of us seem like they need him or should be wearing him.
So Lindsay and Samuel talk about taking care of me when I can't take care of myself anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they say that, the first thing I say to them is, I go, Lindsay, change my diaper.
I was talking about old folks' homes with one of my kids the other day, and they're like, I wonder what they're going to be like when we put you in one. Oh. I was like, wow. Okay.
Wow.
I see where I'm headed.
Wow.
Hopefully they'll be like luxury resorts.
All right. Advice for your daughters. What do you do if your boyfriend walks out? Shut the door. Go for younger men. You might as well. They never mature anyway. Look at Scott.
Right.
Men are all the same. They just have different faces so you can tell them apart.
Pretty much.
Women don't make fools of men. Most of them are the do-it-yourself type.
Oh, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
Right. And the best way to get a man to do something is to suggest he's too old for it.
Or just incapable. Oh, you don't know how to. You can't do that. You don't know how to do that. Yep. Well, we will deny we can. Oh no, I don't know how to do that. It's just not something I know how to do. But the second they tell you, oh, you can't do that. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yep.
All right. Our last couple stories were pretty much just filler, and we're running good on time, so we're going to wrap up this segment with a little trivia.
Okay.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
All right. Chuck, are you ready for a brand new game today?
I am. I'm up for something new. What do we got?
It's time to play Derby Horse.
Derby Horse? Ooh.
Yes. All right. Derby Horse or not?
Okay.
All right. Kentucky Derby happens in the beginning of May. I'm going to give you some names. You tell me if each is a Derby horse or not.
Okay.
All right. First one, Jed Clampett.
I mean, outside of Beverly Hillbillies, I'm going to say yes. I'm guessing somebody at some point has named a Derby horse after him.
And you're right.
Okay.
No, you're not. It's
no,
not.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I thought maybe someone named it after the. Okay.
You'd think, right? All right. Fast and Furry.
I think that's kind of lame, so I'm hoping it's not.
And you're right.
Okay, good.
Sad thing is, though, I thought it was cool.
Oh, I'm sorry, Scott.
All right. Man, I am one pathetic loser. All right. Epic Ride.
Yes. Yes.
Uncle Heavy.
I'm going to go with a yes on that one.
And you'd be right again. Tuscan Gold.
That sounds more like a cannabis strain than a racing horse. I'm going to say no. Oh, it is. Okay.
All right. Something I always need a lot of. Wiggle Room.
Ooh. That's a cute name for a horse, but I'm going to say no on that one.
You're right.
Okay. That one was just because I thought we were due for a no.
Right. And the last one, seems like we'd have one coming, right?
Right.
Last one, Catching Freedom.
I'm going to say yes.
Are you sure that's your final answer?
Yeah, that's my final answer.
You're positive?
I'm positive. No, I'm
All
not.
right. Well, you're correct.
Okay, good. Trying to get
positive.
me to change my answer.
I was trying. I was. I'm evil.
You can't catch me. I'm catching freedom, Scott.
Oh, all right.
You can't change my mind.
You caught it.
Yep.
You caught it.
I did.
Wow. All right. Most emails, this is a trivia question. Most emails are sent on what day each year? The most emails are sent on what day each year?
Which day each year?
Easy if you think about it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Labor Day?
Why would you send more emails on?
I don't know, because I guess you're supposed to take that day off, huh?
There's a reason, and it has to do with spam.
Oh, is it the what is it, Black Friday?
What do they call it on the internet?
Cyber Monday.
You got it.
Okay. Kind of had to leave me there, but
a little rough, but you got it.
Yeah.
All right. Each year in the U.S., almost 8,500 children are treated in emergency departments because of injuries from what piece of outdoor equipment?
A slide?
Power equipment.
Oh, piece of outdoor power equipment. How many kids?
8,500 children are treated in emergency departments because of injuries from what? This is a piece of outdoor power equipment. They may not, there should not, possibly should not, depending on their age, be touching.
Is it a Don't tell me it's a lawnmower.
It is a lawnmower.
Oh, man.
Can you believe that? 8,500 kids a year.
Yeah, lawnmower injuries are never insignificant.
Me as a dad mowing the lawn.
run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
No, I didn't do that.
Wow.
I didn't. If I did, I was just playing. It was just a goof.
I've been considering getting my lawnmower out. My poor neighbors, they probably look at my yard and roll their eyes in disgust at the way my yard's looked for the last couple of years. Sorry, everybody, but one of these days I'll get out and mow it.
I don't know what to do. I'm thinking I might have to start a GoFundMe. At the end of the season last year, my riding lawnmower, the deck was so rusty it fell off while I was mowing.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know what I'm going to do this year. Riding lawnmowers are expensive, so I think I'm going to do a GoFundMe.
Well, I had one, and it started making really awful noises and vibrating really bad. You know, and I'm sitting here thinking there's two blades spinning about 1 billion miles an hour at my feet. And it feels like they're about to go flying off. I replaced everything I could. I replaced the spindles and all that. Spent more than the thing was worth at the repair shop to have them try to fix it. Didn't help. Then it started blowing black smoke, and then the battery stopped working, and all I have is my tiny little battery-operated push mower that doesn't really... I bought it to
so you just stopped mowing your lawn?
Yeah, I just stopped. I bought it to like do the edges and stuff that I couldn't get with a riding mower, and now it's my primary mower.
Right.
Hence
like
not doing the yard.
GoFundMe worse than I do.
Right. Yeah. So, and then I decided last fall to build a shed. I already had a shed, and then I built another shed out beside my driveway, not realizing at the time that I completely blocked in my riding lawnmower if I ever decided to fix it. So now it's actually stuck back behind my sheds, between the sheds and the RV, which of course my truck is also broken down, so I can't move the RV.
Is this how you avoid more trivia questions?
Yeah. You're catching on.
When you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
And your point was?
What are you trying to say, Scott?
Nothing. I'm just teasing.
I know.
1 in 6 TV viewers say they've done this.
1 in 6 TV viewers
say they've done this to their television.
Thrown their remote at it.
Yes.
Is it really? Is it specifically the remote, or just anything in general?
Thrown something at the TV because of something they didn't like.
That's just dumb.
I'd keep a towel handy.
throw a used sock at it. Take that, TV.
All right. According to one study, Chuck, about 1 in 4 Americans never use this hygiene product.
1 in 4?
Yes.
That is a lot. I was going to go with deodorant, but I don't. Is it deodorant? 'Cause that 1 in 4 seems a lot for that.
It is deodorant.
It is deodorant? Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And Chuck, I am one of the 4.
Oh, wow. I was gonna say we know who you are. 1 in 4. Some people don't really need it though. You know, it's kind of, I guess, a personal thing.
I literally I don't sweat.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one of my ex-wives told me once it was because I wasn't fully developed.
Wow.
Also, why I'm short. Not fully developed.
Wow.
All right, go ahead, make your little jokes, Mr. Jokey Maker. I'm waiting.
I don't have any, Scott. I don't have any. You did it yourself.
Okay, all right. I know you're thinking though.
You
were
did
thinking
this to yourself.
All right, let's play Find the Fake Town.
Okay.
One of these is not real. Which one is it? Why Arizona, Mary's Igloo, Alaska, or Fat Man, Utah?
I'm going to go with Mary's Igloo, Alaska. It's fake.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't you live in Alaska?
I did. I never heard of it.
It's true. It's real.
Is it real? Okay.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go, well, I know I've been to Mary's Igloo, so I know that's real.
No. I'll go with the Fat Man, even though I want that to be true.
Yeah, I want it to be true, too. But it's not. There you go. Second try.
I think one of Alaska's most famous tiny towns, I think it has a population of about, at one point, I think it was 1. And they had a mayor. And it was the one resident, Chicken, Alaska. And there's T-shirts you can buy memorabilia. You can there's a gift shop. Yeah, the only way to get there is by train, and you have to get only certain times of the year when the train does. I forget what they call them, where they like basically you tell the conductor when to stop, and they'll stop in the middle of nowhere and let you off the train. Flag stops, I believe is what they're called, and it's only certain times of the year you can go there when they do flag stops.
I live in the woods right here. Could you just stop?
Yeah. I used to work on the train. I've seen some pretty shady people get off in the middle of absolutely nowhere, clearly doing shady things using the train. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, let's play hole in the headline. Guess the word that's missing from this news headline. Car passenger survives being hit by flying blank. Was it a turtle, a diaper,
Wow,
or an iPad?
I'm going to go with the diaper, Scott.
Let's find out. It's not unusual for rocks and other debris to crash through a windshield and injure a driver or passenger, but a turtle?
A turtle.
A turtle. 71-year-old woman riding with her daughter on Florida's Interstate 95 suffered a gashed forehead Wednesday when a turtle smashed through the windshield of their car, striking her. The daughter pulled over and got help from another motorist. The gash drew a lot of blood, but the woman was not seriously hurt. Turtle was likely crossing the interstate and got knocked into the air by another vehicle. The turtle, on the other hand, had the best luck of all. It just had a few scratches on its shell and was released back into some nearby woods.
Wow. I thought this was going to go badly for the turtle.
Did you see what Jerry did?
Wow, usually turtles don't do so well in those type of incidents.
Really?
I would imagine so. I mean, I guess they are kind of like a rock.
I wish I had a hard protective shell or at least a candy coating.
Right?
One more, Chuck.
Okay.
Just 1 in 5 men say they have one of these in their house.
1 in 5?
1 in 5 men say they have one of these in their house and it's broken. What's broken?
And only 1 in 5 actually have them, or 1 in 5 have a broken one?
And 1 in 5 have a broken one, and I doubt they'd be able to fix it. Maybe.
Is it an appliance of some sort?
It is an appliance. There you go.
Okay. That's the actual answer?
Yes.
Okay.
It is an appliance of some sort.
I was thinking of whittling it down to like a microwave or a stove or something.
Ooh, I got to do one more because it goes right along with that question. Scientists say by the year 2048, most men will not possess the ability to do this. Relates to the previous question.
Cook.
No.
And what was the first part of that? By what age? Is this by an age?
By 2048.
By 2048.
Men won't possess the ability to do this anymore.
Think critically.
Right? No, it has to do with the last question.
Okay. Stand in front of the microwave?
No. Do-it-yourself projects.
Do-it-yourself projects.
Like if you're going to fix that broken appliance, or maybe the toilet.
Because
by 2048, we won't be able to do any of that because we're going to be so dumbed down by AI, I guess.
Oh, right, and because it'll be so complicated or so.
Sure.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
Like I used to work on cars all the time. Even through my early 40s.
Oh,
and now when you pop a hood on a car, you're like, what's that? Looks cool, but what is it?
Oh, our car, you pop open the hood and it's just this big flat sheet of metal, and it's like, okay, there's probably an engine under there somewhere,
Tiny
or some sort of motor. It's an electric motor, but yeah,
hamster.
Yeah.
Hamster wheel. When we come back, we'll take a look to see if there's anything cool coming out this weekend for the movies and let you know. We'll also go through all the birthdays, the local ones for the weekend, and we'll wrap it all up with some odd news to take you in. It's KCHW 102.7 Northern Lights Public Radio.
So, what would you little maniac like to do first?
What you drinking, Matt? Beer. Whoa. Great idea.
It's 8:22.
Programming on KCHW is made possible in part by listeners like you and by
Country Chevrolet. Country Chevrolet, located at 880 South Main Street in Colville, is a full-service Chevrolet dealership, offering a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles with at-home mobile test drive service available. In addition, Country Chevrolet also offers maintenance and service, vehicle rentals, and full auto detailing. More information is available at countrychevy.com or by calling 509-684-8400. KCHW would like to thank Country Chevrolet for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, April the 26th, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. Leaders of a teachers' union in Louisiana voicing concerns now about a package of bills they say would have the effect of dissolving labor unions in the state.
Among them are disability justice activists who see the project as a direct threat to their community. Dom Kelly with New Disabled South highlights the lack of representation for marginalized communities in the decision-making process regarding Cop City's construction. He says this is not only a democracy issue, but it will widen the gaps that already exist for disabled people encountering police.
We know that the state and federal prison population is 2/3 people with disabilities, and the argument that this will train police is not based in any fact or data, because we know that implicit bias trainings don't actually improve police interaction.
Shantia Hudson reporting.
And the Supreme Court's conservative majority appeared ready Thursday to rule that former presidents have some degree of immunity from criminal prosecution. The New York Times reports it's a move that could further delay the criminal case against the former President Donald Trump on charges he plotted to subvert the 2020 election. The Times notes that such a ruling would likely send the case back to a trial court, ordering it to draw distinctions between official and private conduct. The additional proceedings could make it hard to conduct the trial before the 2024 election. And environmental groups say more should be done to protect people's health from what they say is toxic radioactive sludge.
Ohio has some of the least restrictive rules on fracking waste, says Jill Hunkler with the local advocacy group Ohio Valley Allies. She says this makes communities dumping grounds for the byproducts of fracking, and residents are often left to educate themselves on the risks of living near fracking operations and waste sites.
We could see firsthand how dangerous these facilities were and how poorly they were operating, and right within 500 feet of the drinking water supply for 5 million people, which is the Ohio River.
In a legal complaint, the AG's office says the Martins Ferry facility has exceeded the amount of waste it's permitted to store by thousands of tons. Austin Master Services could not be reached for comment. Nadia Ramlagan reporting.
Yale University research has linked exposure to some of these substances to reproductive and developmental problems. Next from CNN, pro-Palestinian protests continue at major U.S. universities, with nearly 100 people arrested at the University of Southern California and dozens at the University of Texas at Austin. USC canceled its main commencement ceremony for 2024 students in May, citing new safety measures that are in place. This is Public News Service. CO2 pipelines are on the increase in the U.S., and like all pipelines, they come with some risks. Preparing for those risks is a major focus of the Community Benefits Agreement between Nebraska-based Bold Alliance and Tallgrass Energy Solutions.
Tallgrass plans to modify an existing gas pipeline that crosses Nebraska to transport CO2. Bold Alliance Director Jane Klebb says her organization stands with communities facing energy infrastructure projects to help ensure they have what they need and that the company is giving back. And she points to Satarsha, Mississippi's 2020 experience with a massive CO2 pipeline leak as evidence of the importance of first responder training.
We have real money in here, $400,000 initially, and then additional $200,000 for training and $100,000 for a emergency response system that first responders will get to equip their mostly volunteer firefighters.
Not only did the Mississippi first responders lack the training for a CO2 disaster, Klebb says some were unaware the pipeline even existed. For Public News Service, I'm Deborah Van Fleet.
And the long-delayed Farm Bill could benefit Virginia farmers by renewing funding for climate-smart investments, but it's been held up for months in the Congress.
Some lawmakers want this bill to expand funding for programs like the Environmental Quality Incentives Program, or EQIP, which gives financial and technical help to farmers and ranchers to make conservation a priority. About $250 million was allocated for the program, but over 9,000 applications were submitted, bringing it to $475 million. Gabrielle Walton with the Chesapeake Climate Action Network says these programs' popularity proves their necessity.
This money allows them not only to practice more efficiently and to preserve the environment that they love so much and they're so attached to, but it also saves them money that they can devote to other concerns and provides them stability for their pocketbooks going forward.
One issue with the new Farm Bill is a proposed increase in so-called reference pricing, which critics say only benefits large farming operations and would come at the expense of more widely used social and climate-smart programs. I'm Edwin J. Vieira.
Finally, from Shantia Hudson, United Nations experts are raising concerns about DuPont and Chemours, two chemical giants, saying they're violating human rights in North Carolina.
At a virtual news conference this week, a UN representative said these companies have been releasing harmful PFAS chemicals into the environment near the lower Cape Fear River. Emily Donovan with the group Clean Cape Fear says more than 300 different chemicals in their water led them to seek help from the UN. She says getting clean and safe drinking water has been an issue for decades, and local residents continue to suffer the consequences.
The amount of sicknesses and illnesses happening in our region is incredibly...
In their response, DuPont has denied responsibility for a Fayetteville Works plant, a suspected contamination source.
This is Mike Clifford. Thank you for wrapping up your week with Public News Service, member and listener supported. Hear us on great radio stations, your favorite podcast platform. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
KCHW 102.7 Northern Lights Public Radio is owned and operated by the Northeast Washington Community Radio Guild, a licensed 501c3 charitable organization. As such, we can accept donations and in return offer a tax deduction. Along with grants and general donations from our supporters, the majority of KCHW funding comes from the people we serve in our community. Those funds come from two sources. Sponsorships of our on-air programming, those are the announcements you hear at the top and bottom of each hour on the radio, and through the memberships of the Northeast Washington Community Radio Guild. Right now, we'd like to take a moment to thank a few of our gold level and business level members. You too can support Northern Lights Public Radio with an annual gift, just like these businesses and nonprofits.
Acres United Drug, the Chewelah Arts Guild, the Dragonfly Wellness Center, the Chewelah Chamber of Commerce, Edward Jones Deer Park, the Chewelah Creative District, Artell's Mountain Saw and Tractor, the Chewelah Farmers Market, JMT Petroleum, Chewelah Flooring, the Lane Mountain Company, the Chewelah Golf and Country Club, and the Rusty Putter Bar and Grill, mailboxes and more, the Chewelah Valley Lions Club, Dawson Trucking Incorporated, and DTI Ready Mix, New Health, serving Chewelah and Colville, the Colville Valley Animal Sanctuary, the Nordlig Motel, Chewelah, PACA, and the Chewelah Center for the Arts, Richmond Logging, SETI's Ace Hardware, the Chewelah Independent, and the Trails Inn Gallery.
KCHW 102.7 Northern Lights Public Radio. We are the music education station.
these people!
Who's your daddy? Come on, you know who your daddy is. Who's your daddy? Tell him who his daddy is.
I'm your daddy.
I'm your daddy. Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. After what seemed like kind of a long break there, but we are back.
Yeah, it was tough. It's tough. I was all excited to go, and then, there's one more.
Right,
But it was an
right.
important one. So we got to thank those sponsors. So thank you very much for supporting public radio. You can do it too with a quick visit to kchw.org and click on the membership page and get all the details. You can even sign up and pay for your membership right there and support public radio in Stevens County.
There you go.
Right.
There you go. We need
Something
it.
really
We need it.
something really important. I have to interrupt, Chuck.
Okay.
I have to interrupt for this, okay? We missed this back on April 24th, okay? European Seagull Screeching Contest.
Oh, I saw this yesterday. I saw some of the video from it.
Yeah, it was in Belgium, and they have crowned their champion. The honor goes to a 9-year-old British boy. He is the new European Seagull Screeching Contest winner, and here he is. See how we won?
Have you ever gone to the beach with your family, sat down, got your food out, ready to go, and then the seagulls just come and take everything?
Yes.
Yes. And just
Best
just destroy your whole evening.
Best thing I ever did, Chuck, and I've shared this on the radio before. I want to know if anybody's ever done it. I was young and dumb. I don't even think I was out of high school. At the McDonald's on Wellesley, there in front of the Walmart, and got some fries. And there was some, there's always seagulls at that Wellesley Walmart. Don't know why. And threw a few French fries out, and a couple seagulls showed up, and then started their screeching, and a few more seagulls showed up. So we threw out some more fries, and then we threw out some more fries. And now we've got, 100 seagulls circling around our car for fries. And then we started driving through the Walmart parking lot at about a mile an hour, tossing out fries the entire 10 minutes. With literally 100 seagulls swarming us as we inched through the parking lot. And security never caught up with us, surprisingly.
Wow. We were once at Cannon Beach, same thing, McDonald's. We got McDonald's for the kids and the family, and we were all starving. It had been a long day, and we were just gonna be there for a little while. And we sat down, and we had all of our stuff behind us, and got our towels and stuff out. Turned around to take a breath and look at the water, and then turn around. Okay, let's eat. And then turn around, and our food was just gone, just not a sign of, not a bag, nothing. And we look off in the distance, and there's a seagull flying with our McDonald's bag upside down, and the contents just spraying out over the beach.
Oh, at least you could recover it.
And all, yeah, right. And all the seagulls were actually, it was pretty impressive. They were like catching chicken nuggets out of the air. It was it was a sight to see. I was so mad.
I got a sound effect for the seagulls.
All right, people, let's do this thing. Go Team Dynamite! I thought we agreed we'd go by the name of Team Super Cool. As I recall, it was Team Awesome.
I voted for Team Alpha Wolf Squadron.
All right. Henceforth, we ought to be known as Team Alpha Super Awesome Cool Dynamite Wolf Squadron.
I go with Team Nugget.
I like it. Team Nugget.
Nugget.
That's my nickname on the weekends. They just call me Nugget. Don't ask why.
I'm not going to. Thank you. I don't want to know. What I do want to know, though, is local birthdays all the way through the weekend. And I bet we have a few of them.
I have those. We have nobody on here for today.
Okay.
Absolutely nobody. Then tomorrow we have Katie McKenna Smith, Ben Thompson, and Greg Ralstad with birthdays. Sunday we have Tara Dollar, Cadence Rowland with birthdays, and then Greg and Kira Rolstad have an anniversary. And then on Monday we have Tyson Shaylock, Avery Thompson, and Phil Lopez with birthdays.
All right. Applause all the way around. Know them, love them, see them around town, point and laugh. Tell them we were talking about them on the radio.
And, yesterday I did one during the announcements. It was not on the calendar, but it was our very own Brandon and Morgan Hansen had an anniversary yesterday. So
I saw the post on their
Yeah.
Facebook.
Happy
page.
anniversary, you
Congratulations,
two.
you guys. Do you ever think that she's way too pretty for Brandon?
Wow. No.
Sorry, Morgan.
Wow.
Wow, that made me turn red even. Sorry, Brandon. I hope
Wow.
he's listening.
Brandon has a great personality.
Ow. Come on.
No.
Chewila loves Brandon Hansen.
We do. He's a good looking guy.
Just kidding. Because we're jealous.
I know,
All
right?
right. Celebrity birthdays today. Carol Burnett turning 91.
That's awesome. You know,
Jet Li.
The old Carol Burnett show, still funny.
Still funny.
Still
funny. Oh, man. Harvey Korman and her and the guy that did Dorf on Golf. What was his name?
The
little guy. You should know that. I know Tim Conway.
Tim Conway, yeah. And their outtake scenes. Oh my goodness. They make you hurt from laughing. Yeah, good stuff.
All right. Jet Li is still kicking strong at 61. Kevin James, 59. Wrestler Kane is 57. Melania Trump, 54. Tom Welling from Smallville, 47. He played Superman. Jason Earls is 47. Stana Katic from Castle is 46. Pablo Schreiber from Weeds, 46. Nambi, The Good Fight, is 45. Jordana Brewster from Fast and the Furious, 44. Channing Tatum from Magic Mike is 44. And Emily Wickersham is 40. Real quick, let's see if we got any cool birthdays on Saturday. We do. Ace Frehley from Kiss, turning 73.
Wow. I saw. I had a friend of mine in Aberdeen do some sort of event over the weekend over the week with the actual Gene Simmons. was in Washington and Aberdeen doing some fundraising thing. So very cool.
The band Kiss just sold their album catalog for something like $50 million. And when these artists have been around a long time, I remember the first one hearing about it was Michael Jackson and then the Beatles. And is it worth it? Do they actually get a return on record sales from paying that much money for a band that's not putting out new music for their catalog? It doesn't seem like you could remake $50 million.
Well, I mean, if you think about somebody like a Bill Gates or an Elon Musk or something, they could just own it and keep it for themselves, and that's pocket change to them. So maybe they don't care about that.
Another musician, Sheena Easton, turning 64. Sally Hawkins, 48. Jenna Coleman from Doctor Who, 38. Lizzo, turning 36. And then for Sunday celebrity birthdays right now, Jay Leno, 74. Anne Margaret, Streetcar Named Desire, Grumpy Old Men movies. She's turning 83. Mary McDowell, Dances with Wolves and the Closer, 72. Bridget Monahan from Blue Bloods, 53. Let's see. George Garcia from Hawaii Five-0 and Lost, 51. Penelope Cruz, 50. Drew and Jonathan Scott, they're the Property Brothers, 46. And Jessica Alba, she hasn't been in a movie in a long time. Sin City, Honey, a bunch of others, 43.
Very cool. I've got some It Happens Todays. You want to do those? Do you want me to do
Sure.
those? Okay, so in 1865, Union cavalry troopers cornered and shot dead John Wilkes Booth, President Lincoln's assassin in Virginia. I wonder if they did that because they were trying to cover something up or if he was actually the one that did it. Maybe it's a conspiracy. I don't know.
Yeah. I think they had conspiracies back then.
I'm pretty sure they did. Seems like I'm pretty sure they like actually caught him in the act, though, didn't they? I think so. Then 1964, the Boston Celtics wrapped up an unprecedented 6th consecutive NBA championship. The Celtics still had 2 more crowns to win before the string would come to an end. 8 in a row. Wow. That's better than the Bulls. 1989, at New York City's Four Seasons restaurant, wine merchant William Soklin accidentally bumped a table of wine with a bottle of wine and broke it. It was a bottle of 1787 Chateau Margaux, which once belonged to Thomas Jefferson, that was valued at $519,750.
Oopsie.
Oops. I wonder what that'd be worth today. Wow. Oh, in 1993, Conan O'Brien was named to succeed David Letterman as the host of NBC's late night program. Okay, was it that long ago?
It was.
Wow. 1996, a 4-day auction possessions of Jackie Kennedy Onassis brought in $34.5 million. 1998, police in Peru arrested a man at Lima International Airport trying to smuggle 1,000 butterflies out of the country, a crime punishable by 3 years in prison. Ooh.
But they're delicious.
This was actually kind of cool. The Russian Space Agency announced that stamp collectors could have a letter posted to them from space for $20,000.
Nerds.
Right? I like it. 2009, the Arizona Transportation Department said it would use federal stimulus money, $1.5 million, to replace metric signs along a major interstate with mileage signs. Did they put up metric signs in Arizona?
People didn't like it.
I'm guessing that did not go well. Yeah. So someday we'll make the switch to something that makes more sense. Yes. Okay. 2019, No Religion tops a survey of American religious identity for the first time at 23.1%, edging out Catholics at 23% and evangelicals at 22.5%. Wow. 2021, Kanye West's Nike Air Yeezy 1 prototype trainer sold for a record $1.8 million at a private sale.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
Let's take a look at, and we'll take turns on the days. I'll start with today. It's special events and goofy holidays. It is Alien Day.
Ooh.
Autobahn Day, Get Organized Day, Hug a Friend Day, Hug an Australian Day, International Chernobyl Disaster Remembrance Day, Help a Horse Day, Pretzel Day, Static Cling Day. Yes, and our work to eradicate it.
I'm kind of stuck on that one.
And the Richter Scale Day, which is what I feel like every time I get on an, what do you call them?
A scale?
Yeah. I call it the Richter scale. It's been a week. Better get out the Richter scale and see how much weight I've gained again.
I'm afraid. I haven't been on one in months.
It's like when I wake up in the morning and I'm depressed because I didn't die in my sleep.
Oh. Wow.
And then on to the Richter scale. Just kidding. All right. Kids and Pets Day, Child Care Professionals Day. What do you have for Saturday, Chuck?
For Saturday, we have International Design Day, Devil Dog Day. What is a devil dog? Is that like that's like a pastry, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I was showing my teeth.
Right?
Yeah.
Go Birding Day. Well, I think I had a neighbor that had a devil dog once. Gummy Bear Day, Eeyore's birthday, Babe Ruth Day.
I don't want to go.
I don't want to. I like
Nobody likes me.
It's Marine Mammal Rescue Day, Morse Code Day, Prime Rib Day, World Veterinary Day, Tell a Story Day, and Sense of Smell Day. Even though those stories don't always have a point, apparently. When I tell them, they rarely do.
Special events for Sunday include Pet Parents Day, Kiss Your Mate Day, Clean Comedy Day, Great Poetry Reading Day, International Pay It Forward Day. All right, you can do that at the drive-thru. Blueberry Pie Day, the Day of the Cubicle. It's Kiss Your Mate Day again on Sunday. That's right, twice. So like morning and afternoon.
There you go.
Superhero Day, Workers' Memorial Day, and World Day for Safety and Health at Work. And Chuck, the number of the day.
The number of the day, that's 155. That is the number of people the average American farmer feeds each year.
Just one farmer.
Just one farmer feeds 155 people every year. There you go.
We might need more of them, right?
We do. I'm guessing that number is probably a little skewed. The number of people to farmers probably needs to be a little higher.
All right, let's take a look at movies this weekend, and these will not make you say thank you, Hollywood. First one up, in theaters, Challengers. Tashi, a former tennis prodigy turned coach, is married to a champion on a losing streak. Her strategy for her husband's redemption takes a surprising turn when he must face off against his former best friend and Tasha's former boyfriend. It stars Xenia.
That seems like something that storyline just seems like something that a kid would make up. Well, you see, they're gonna play against his friend, but it was used to be his best friend, and he used to date her friend. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right. And then, Chuck, tell us about it's so bad this weekend. That's the only new movie. That is the only new movie. But we have some re-releases because, well, Hollywood just ain't working. All right. What are the re-releases this weekend, Chuck?
Some of these, I've seen some of the re-releases that are actually kind of fun. So May, it marks the 45th anniversary of the iconic space horror film Alien. In August, the Alien Romulus is going to be in theaters. It's the 7th installment of the Alien franchise, and that is set between the events of Alien from 1979 and Aliens of 1986. But they are releasing the original this weekend in theaters in preparation for that.
Wow.
So that might be actually be kind of cool. And of course, the greatest rendition of any Mummy film ever, The Mummy, the Brendan Fraser version of The Mummy is going to be re-released. May marks the 25th anniversary of that film's release, and it's going to be re-released in theaters this month. Oh, I was supposed to just read the one. I'm sorry. I took it away from you, Scott.
Both of them was fine.
Yeah.
I can't believe movie theaters can keep their doors open anymore. I mean, really? With
I
this
know.
stuff now.
Well, between streaming and the quality of television shows, of a series, people I think are valuing the ability to really get more in-depth storytelling with a series as opposed to one quick once and done movie.
All right, let's wrap this thing up with a little odd news.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, here come the crazies. Okay. We kick off odd news with the news attack. First sentence true, second sentence bad joke.
Mm-hmm. So is it my turn? Do you want me to start?
Yes, please.
Okay, or let's just have some awkward silence for a little bit more. Ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, a study found that 84% of adults struggle to open childproof packaging on medicines. So many of you are getting a headache from opening the headache medication bottles.
When I have trouble, I just ask my kid to open them.
Can you open this?
I literally do.
Study. I like the ones where you can take the lid off. I think it's more with prescription bottles where you can take the lid off and flip it over, and then it's easier to open. Yeah.
All right.
So, this study found that animals can actually fall in love. That explains the Real Housewives series.
And now a clip from Chuck's dog.
So tell me you love me. Please, 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 please. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Oh, tell me, tell me.
That's what dogs, that's how they are.
That is, especially Angus. Oh my goodness. He's the biggest and the most demanding. Especially when you have a drink in your hand or a plate of food in your hand or something that you don't want to go flying out of your hand. That's when he generally comes up with no warning underneath you and goes whoom with his head and
tell me you love me.
Yeah. I'm here.
Right. Yeah. Study found that typical bucket of theater popcorn has over 1,000 calories. So theater popcorn is rated PG because it can make you pretty gargantuan.
Oh, that just makes me want popcorn. Sorry. Yeah.
Extra butter.
Yeah. University of Pennsylvania scientists are predicting 33 named tropical storms for 2024, which means the patio furniture industry is in for a big sales year.
Was that your wicker chair?
Yeah, I think so. I once during a flood, our creek in the backyard flooded, and I found all of our neighbors' patio furniture blocking the creek.
All right. University of Pennsylvania scientists are predicting a 33 named tropical storm. Or 30. That's really weird. I see why you stuttered.
Yeah. It's worded weirdly.
33 named tropical storms for this year. This is great news for the old group of guys who meet at coffee every morning for Starbucks.
Yeah. So dog owners have been reminded not to brush their pets' teeth with human toothpaste. Plus getting Fido to rinse and spit is nearly impossible.
Bacon-flavored toothpaste for dogs.
Oh. Why can't we have that for humans?
We can, and they do.
That actually sounds really...
I actually bought a tube for somebody who loves bacon.
That actually sounds really, really gross.
It does. All right. Study found that stubbornness and optimization are key to a longer life and the key to irritating everyone around you.
I've been I've been known to sometimes if I've had things at work before or things just in general where people are irritated by me. So the more irritated they get with me, the nicer I am to them. And the happier I am around them, and they just get madder and madder.
Because it's so irritating.
It really does. Yep.
All right. It's wacky but true. We don't add anything to these but a sound effect for a sound clip from a movie or a television show. And Chuck, I believe you're up again.
All right. So a routine traffic stop in Denmark took a weird turn when a 26-year-old woman locked herself inside her car and refused to speak to the police officer who pulled her over. The woman was stopped for driving while talking on a phone, not wearing a seatbelt, and having worn out tires and no rear window. The officers also had to call a mechanic to unlock the car.
I know this lady.
Door's locked. Move on to the next one.
The door's locked. I know. Then unlock it. Where's the key? The key's gone.
You know, you should keep your door locked, Charlie. You could be kidnapped and held for a delicious ransom.
Hey, who locked the door? Anybody in there? Open up, will you?
Would you mind opening the door for me? It isn't locked. Oh, thanks, honey.
That's all I got.
I've seen people with cars like that.
One for golf fans here. Golf fans at the Zurich Classic had an unexpected interruption during the first round when an alligator made a grand appearance on the 17th hole tee box. TPC Louisiana, located in suburban New Orleans, has about 20 gators residing on their swampy course. Swampy? Okay.
No thanks.
Including the notable tripod, a 3-legged, 11-foot giant alligator. Wow. Let's find out about tripod.
All right, get the tripod up there, drill a hole in each leg, bolt the tripod to the table, put it center in front of the window.
Hey, Smells! $1,000 you missed that putt. You missed just that one.
My word. You're a tripod.
And that's how she wrote.
Yeah.
I was going to say tripod usually has a different meaning when it's a nickname.
It was in there.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
So
it
this
was in there.
this one's a little closer to home, Scott. This is in Everett, Washington. A woman disrupted ferry traffic at a terminal by parking her motorhome on the dock and threatening to drive it into the water. The police used pepper ball rounds to arrest her after she refused to cooperate for over an hour. The 6:30 a.m. sailing on Tuesday was canceled, and the woman was taken to the hospital for a mental health evaluation. She faces charges of DUI, disorderly conduct, and more. But wait, there's more.
It's just fun in an RV, isn't it?
Right? Like that's just part of your vacation, Grandma.
Yeah. All right, let's check on this camping going on.
Whoa, check it out, Beavis. I didn't know Anderson had a camper.
Yeah, maybe it'd have a TV.
I want that camper torn apart. Full cavity searches all around.
Everyone, campers, I have a wonderful idea.
I'm going to ruin your day.
Let's do shots in the RV.
This next story, sadly, is not the first time that we've heard this kind of thing. Man in the UK had to be rescued after setting the front of his house on fire. Fighters say the man had been trying to set fire to a spider as it crawled up on the front of his property. Sparks reached material behind the cladding and caused fire within the walls of his house.
We've all been there.
Here he is with his neighbor.
The spider's new.
Spider? Yes, the spider. Even the smallest bite from Arachnus dethicus will instantly paralyze. Oh!
You know, since that movie's come out, I always call them spiders now.
Me too.
It's just part of my dialogue.
Tasty snacks.
Right. And I will have to say that the superior movie to Despicable Me came out around the same time, overshadowed by Disney's marketing. But yeah, great movie. Anyway, sorry. A German female took his neighbor to court for laughing too loudly, but she had the last laugh because the judge threw out the case, saying Germany could not ban laughter. The unemployed man complained to the court that his neighbor kept him awake for over 4 hours of loud laughter one evening as she enjoyed a meal with 8 friends in her apartment above his. The judge dismissed the complaint of disturbing the peace, saying the woman had not broken any noise restrictions.
Oh, all right. Well, let's find out for ourselves. Go live to the scene.
Had you ever heard of the healing power of laughter?
If you don't stop this laughing, you're gonna end up dead, just like an idiot Heine Cousins. Stop that laughing!
I think the German court probably thought about the idea of banning laughter and had some bad memories of that kind of stuff. Yep.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, wrapping it up right here with Rene Riemann and his wife, who had a magical trip to Switzerland and never gave a second thought to uploading lots of photos and sending plenty of text messages from his phone. But after the couple returned to their Florida home, his cell phone bill arrived. T-Mobile said he owed $143,000 for, or $143,442.74. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
$143,000.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It included just 9.5 gigabytes of international roaming. Riemann said he had told an employee at T-Mobile store his travel plans, and it says that they told him, "You're covered."
Wow.
Yeah, you're covered. Your phone worked, but we're going to really charge you more. Riemann called customer service, who told him, "No, this is a good bill. It's the best bill.
Wow.
It's a perfect bill. Nothing wrong with this bill." Raymond hired an attorney to write letters to T-Mobile, which ignored them. The attorney called the TV station to ask for their coverage of the story. Days later, after that, someone from T-Mobile, yes, they called Riemann and offered to credit his account for the entire $143,000. Nice.
You don't say.
You don't say.
Of course they did. That's
I
crazy.
think that might be what you get for going to Switzerland.
You need to get home. Donnie is out of control. He's on the other line with some Swiss guy. I don't know.
But there are very few Swiss laws which apply to your practices.
I like Swiss cheese ice cream.
Me too.
That could be a bonus. And besides, Switzerland's only 100 miles away.
Baltimore? Oh, nice of him to let us know. Last we heard, he was in Switzerland.
But your book came in. Magical Paths to Fortune and Power.
Thank you. Cuckoo is a Swiss clock.
Magical powers. Oh. All right, that is our show for today. I want to thank you for tuning in and being with us here on KCHW. Tomorrow, big deal at the radio station. What is it, Chuck?
It is auditions for Chihuahua's Got Talent. This is the last day to audition to be on the show. That's going to happen May 11th at 6 p.m. at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts. Tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. we'll be holding open auditions. We have a few people signed up in time slots, but the rest of the day is open for you to come on by. We'll have the audition forms ready here, and we're looking forward to seeing what Chihuahua has to offer and see who comes by tomorrow.
All right.
And anything
you've got a couple weeks to mow through the judges' voting and decide who's in the show and prep for that. So it's going to be great. Another Chihuahua's Got Talent.
And speaking of auditions, we didn't mention this morning in the calendar the auditions for Midsummer Night's Dream, Shakespeare in the Park, coming up is tonight from, I believe, 5 to 7.
Okay, and that's at the Center for the Arts.
Yep, the Chihuahua Center for the Arts are those auditions. KCHW Studios tomorrow morning for Chihuahua's Got Talent auditions.
Okay.
There you go.
Trying to keep it all straight.
Right. Or
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, or you can stay tuned right here tonight. Is that where you're going?
That's where I was going.
Oh,
I was
okay,
going to say, then tonight, live on the radio, what do we have here at KCHW?
From 6 to 8 p.m., we have the best classic rock and more live in the studio with Old Man Mark. Then from 8 to 10, we are going to be trapped in the psychedelic era with The Hermit. Then sticking around with The Hermit from 10 to 11 for Days of Confusion.
All right.
And then
lots
we got
of classic rock on Friday.
Yeah.
Other than that, we want you to have a great weekend. Keep on listening to the Music Education Station. We are Northern Lights Public Radio, KCHW 102.7. Have a great weekend.
Yes. It's 9:02.